What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to LTQ Wrestling Podcast, the final Smackdown before tomorrow night's Saturday night's main event took place. And the main event segment, I'll talk about it first. Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, final face-to-face for their big 1v1 match for the Undisputed WWE title took place. Really just a typical build-up, final face-to-face stuff. Well, KO wasn't really out there. He was in his car like he usually is. But his most, famous line out of this whole segment that people are going to remember is when he said to Cody, no matter what you say, you will always be more interesting as Stardust. And I was just laughing. And I was reading comments. Everybody was going crazy over that line. That's a wild line that KO said. Cody didn't really have a lot to say back to it either. He was kind of startled. So he ends up just saying, you know what, screw it. I'm going to go find Kevin Owens. And he goes backstage looking for him. KO attacks him from behind. They end up brawling backstage for a little bit. They get back out to the ring. Security's out there trying to break it up. They both break loose a few times. And then KO hits him with the championship belt, stands tall, and we are on our way to tomorrow night's premium live event. I guess you can call it that. But KO stands tall. Most of the time, that means he's not going to win. A lot of fans want him to win. I, as a Kevin Owens fan, do not expect him to win. I'm not naive. There's at least a 5 to 10% chance he wins. I would love for him to win the championship, but it's probably not going to happen. But KO stands tall, and hopefully it's just a great match. Our other matches have been great as well. We had Chelsea Green and Meech in advance. They will face off tomorrow night as well for the first ever Women's United States Champion. And I'm happy as hell about that too, because if you guys watched any of my previous videos, I even said Bayley don't need to advance. Tiffany don't need to advance. She has the briefcase. So this was a good call by WWE here. Give two women who haven't really had a lot of championship opportunities. Really haven't seen either one of them on a premium live event in forever. So just good to see both Chelsea Green and Meechin get an opportunity here. Both very deserving. It's really what this title was made for, what it's all about. So I'm up for joy about it. I mean, I think Chelsea Green should probably win, but I wouldn't be mad at Meechin one either. I think they both are well deserved of it. Jimmy Uso kicked off the show, pretty much talking about, family and the bloodline, and pretty much ends with Drew taking him out. So Drew takes out Jimmy. Who knows how long he'll be out with that broken toe. We'll have to see. We had Reigns do a segment with Paul Heyman, and he challenges Solo Sikoa on the first Raw of Netflix for the Ula Fala. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right. I always botch it for some reason. Ula Fala, yes. So they're going to have a match. Netflix, they're going all out. Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa. Who will be the head of the table, the head of the bloodline? We will find out. I think that match is going to be fire. I can't wait to watch WWE on Netflix. It'll be a lot easier than watch it on streaming services or cable or whatever. So I'm psyched for that. Something that really irritated me on this show, Carmelo Hayes, and he had a mystery opponent. It turned out to be Braun Strowman. And I'm a big Carmelo Hayes fan. I think he's fantastic. He just hasn't really got his feet wet on the main roster. They just haven't really booked him correctly. And this was just so Braun Strowman comes out. They don't even have a 5-minute match. Maybe it was 5 minutes, but it just felt quick to me. Braun Strowman hits a power slam, gets the pin 1, 2, 3, and beats Carmelo Hayes. I'm just not a fan of making Melo look like that. Like, I don't know if Triple H is not a fan of Carmelo Hayes, or if he's just not really sold on him or what. I've been reading a few comments saying they hope that Carmelo Hayes doesn't turn into Ricochet. Carmelo Hayes has a lot more personality and can talk better than Ricochet. I don't think that's really going to be where he ends up. But this is definitely a concern for any fan of Carmelo Hayes. To see him get pretty much dominated like that. Yes, Strowman's a monster, but Carmelo Hayes ain't no job. This guy's a former NXT champion. Like, just very upsetting. And I hope this isn't like the burial of Carmelo Hayes. I don't really like to use the word buried very much because, I mean, one week somebody could look completely bad and then the next week they could get a win. So we'll have to see what the long-term booking is for Carmelo Hayes. But, man, that is not good to see. They had Belair and Naomi talking with Nick Aldis. Obviously, Belair and Jay Cargill ain't going to be able to defend their tag titles. So they're going to have Naomi take Jay Cargill's spot, and they will defend the titles next week. So maybe that's Naomi's way of getting into the title picture. Maybe that's her way of teaming up with Belair and being a champion. There's something going on here. One of those two definitely attacked Jade. It's going to be interesting to see which one they go with. But overall, not a terrible SmackDown. Was the SmackDown that you're going to remember a year from now? Absolutely not. But it was just a build-up show for the big premium live event, if you want to call it that, tomorrow night. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying, the content we've been putting out. Make sure to like and subscribe, and hopefully you guys enjoy the premium live event tomorrow. Peace.